So students, let's continue with our revision. Yes, what are we going to discuss now? Application writing. What are we very familiar with writing applications? Yes. So we write application to the higher authority, right, to the principal of the school. Yes. And what do we generally write applications for? What do we write? Of course, the most common is one asking for a leave, right? You ask for concession. Yes, you ask for exemption. You ask for approval or permission. Okay. Yes, is this clear? All of you, can you see me? Am I visible? Yeah. Okay, right. So yes, so application is there, right? Asking for leave, for concession, for approval, for, and of course here, how do we start with the application writing? Quickly tell me, what is the format of the application? It is the school address, date, your subject, and your salutation. Yes, then you come with your content part. So when we are talking about the leave, first of all, you give your introduction. You're a student of which class? Then what is the purpose of writing and why you need leave, right? Or you were not well, you have to go out of station, there's a family function, whatever the reason, okay? And of course, so when we end application, is there any special way we end the application? What way? Thanking you. And how do we write? What is the subscription in the? It is yours sincerely or obediently. Yes, so here it is. Generally, we have for applications, we stick to obediently, sincerely also. It is there, you know, like, of course, when we are known to the person, then also we write that. During other formal letters, we write sincerely or truly. And yes, so we write respected ma'am, respected sir, isn't it? Right? So when we do our salutation, when we address that person. So concession, what is concession? What is concession? What is a concession about? Yes, if you have to write an application for concession, fee concession. What is that? So you have, you know, like maybe it's a rule in your school that if there are two siblings, there's a brother and sister studying, and so like one of them has to pay the full fee and the other gets some concession, right? So you want to ask about that, okay? So you can write that, yes, so my, you can say, we are two siblings studying in this school, so I'm in class 10th and my younger brother or sister is in, say, class 4th and 5th. And as per the rules and regulations of the school, I wish that he should be granted fee concession, okay? And I would be grateful if you would look into the matter or do the needful. Thanking you in anticipation, yours obediently. So write down your name, class, roll number, isn't it? Right? What is exemption? Exemption. Exemption means to be. Yes? What is exemption? Someone tell me what is exemption? Okay. Exempt means, you know, like as you say, completely usko maaf kar dena. You don't want to take part. Like, yeah, you say, ma'am, I can't take part in this competition. I have, you know, like, is it okay now? Is it okay? So like you want to, your teacher says that you have to participate in this competition, right? But because you have a prior commitment, you want to go somewhere else, or you have to go somewhere else, your family has already decided. So you want permission that I don't want to be a part of this. Exemption, right? Okay. So exemption also, it can be from exemption means not participating in maybe in the given activity or in the exam, you can't participate or you can't appear for it because you have an injury or you have some medical issues there, right? You have to go out somewhere. It was already decided. Okay, so exemption is that. Exemption also is a fee exemption also, right? So it could be that, yes, that your economical condition is not so good, or maybe your family is going through rough times. So you want that maybe this fee should be exempted for these months. Okay, so that is exemption. What is concession? You want some reduction, right? What is exemption? Complete removal. So exemption, it is not only fee exemption, exemption can be from activities also, right? So you had to participate, or you were made a member of the basketball team, but because something has happened, so you cannot participate in it, you cannot play for the school, so you want to be exempted from playing. Okay, right? Then approval or permission. Yes, so you're taking permission. So like you have to prepare for a very important exam, and right, you will be coming late to school, because by the time the class gets over and you reach school, it is a little late, 10-15 minutes late. So you want permission to participate, like to come a little late, right? So it is not regularly that you will be coming late every day, but during those days of your teaching, during those days of your extra coaching. Okay, right? Or permission, yes, that you want to represent your school. So there's an activity which the school is not participating, and you want to participate in, and you want that permission that you want to represent your school in that activity. Okay, so right, so you have to take the permission, you have to take the approval. Okay, so these different kinds of applications you can get. Medical leave, of course, you're very familiar. When I talk about leave, it is about your casual leave, your one-day leave, or it could be a long leave. It could be medical leave. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Is this clear? This is what we have to write. And once again, it is just hardly what, 4 sentences, 5 sentences at the max, not more than that. And yes, so we have to write accordingly. Clear? Yes. So let's move on to the next, right? And before I continue here, so we'll just revise the chapters, and tomorrow when I'll be able to share the screen with you all, and then I'll be discussing all those skills also, the grammar skills. So you can just have a quick look at it and it comes to your mind. Okay, this is what it is. Do you remember sentence analysis? Do you remember sentence analysis? What is sentence analysis? Yes, tell me. So you are there, like identifying each part of the sentence, right? This is the subject, this is the predicate. And the words that describe the predicate, it could be the attribute, it could be the subject attribute, it could be the predicate attribute, isn't it? And of course, identifying what kind of attribute it is. Is it you're going to adjective? Is it an adverb? Is it a participle? Is it a phrase? Right? All of these things. So do you remember all that? So sentence analysis is something very, very important. And because we have done all the parts of the sentence right now, so we have discussed them. We've done prepositions. We've done what is it? Yes, your linking verbs and complements. Yeah. So now you are aware of how to differentiate between a phrase and a clause also, right? So you talk about phrases here. You talk about clauses. What about infinitives? All that. So you can identify, like basically, if you go through your grammar thoroughly, if you're able to identify, this is that part of the sentence, right? So you will be able to do your sentence. Of course, we'll be going through that. Keep your grammar books with you ready. I will identify a few exercises for you all to solve, and we'll be discussing them in the class. So keep your grammar books with you ready. Now today, let us discuss here the chapter. What is it? Bipin Chaudhary's Lapse of Memory. Okay. So do you remember what happened in this chapter? What happened to Bipin Chaudhary? So he felt as if he's lost his memory. How did he come to know about that? How was he made aware of this problem that he had? Right? How was he made aware of this problem? So he met an old friend. Yeah. So he'd gone to a shop, and he met his friend over there, and his friend told him that, okay, right, so they had met in Ranchi so many years ago, and he was unable to remember. I never went to Ranchi. I don't know this person, right? And then one thing leads to the other, that he comes to realize he is not able to remember an important part of his life, right? So he is very sure that during that year which he talks about, he was not at Ranchi. He had never gone there. He was at Kanpur and of course celebrating the festival season with his friends and family. So he had not gone to Ranchi during those days, but so many things happened, you know, like which made him realize that he is losing his memory. And what kind of a person was he at work, at office? Was there any kind of complaint about him ever? No, there had never been any kind of complaint. He had not forgotten his work. He has not forgotten anything. But then he goes to Ranchi also to find out. And what happens over there in Ranchi? He fell down, hurt himself, right? And it seems as if he hit himself and he thinks that, oh my God, I've lost my memory because of that. But when he goes to Ranchi and there's this person who meets him and he tells, and I was a guide during that time. I had taken you around the city. I had shown you all the places. Yes. And then he realizes, oh my God, something is seriously, terribly wrong. Yes, right. Someone is asking in the concession. Yes, of course, it is not, you know, like concession and exemption. Better, they are two different things, right? So sometimes like when we write an application for fee concession, it might not be the whole fee, but some part of the fee that can be, you know, reduced, right? But when we're asking for exemption, we're saying that, yes, it could be that, you know, like could be because of the COVID times or some other issues there that the family is going through a bad phase right now and maybe not be so financially weak. So it could be that for those months they're asking for an exemption, right? Or it could be that someone there on behalf of someone that, see, this child belongs to a very economically weak section. And of course, but then you won't be writing that. That would be another person. So fee concession is a partial, you can say reduction. Exemption is complete. So when you write fee concession, yes, so please give me fee concession, right? Okay, you will be there, like of course your sibling is there, or you got a scholarship, and according to the terms and conditions, if you won the scholarship, I like it could be, yes, you got like 50% off on your fee. Okay, so you can ask for that. Is this clear now? Yes. Class, is it clear? Yes, right. Who is it who asked this question? Is it clear to you? Now, give me yes or no. Yeah, fine. Okay, right. Anybody else having any doubt? No doubts? So see here, when we write these applications, you have to be very, very clear about the topic that we know that applications, okay, leave. And we think about leave only when you think about applications. So applications can come. Application can also be asking for forgiveness. Do you know that? You did something wrong in the class and you're creating a lot of noise in the class. And as a result, what happened? You created the other classes, or maybe you damaged a piece of furniture of the school, right? And yes, your class in charge and principal, they're very annoyed with you. And yes, so you have to apologize for your behavior, that in future I will take care. I will not go around screaming and shouting in the classroom. I will not damage the furniture, the school property, right? So it can be for that also, for feeling sorry, for seeking forgiveness, for apology. Now I'm giving you all the synonyms. So make sure if any kind of way it is asked, you are able to answer it. Any doubts? Yes, complaining also. It could be, of course, absolutely. Supposing, yeah, very nice. Okay, I think so. I need one lecture for applications only. So I've given about complaint. I've given about seeking forgiveness also. Complaint is, say you are the monitor of your class, or you're the head boy of the school. And what have you noticed that during the recess, there's a big rush outside the canteen and the students don't follow the discipline, right? Or it could be that, yes, for the past couple of days, you have noticed that maybe the dustbins are not cleaned, right? Or there's a lot of garbage in one particular corner of the school. So you want to complain about that. Because as a head boy, it is not only that you wear a badge here and just walking in the corridors, you are responsible for so many things. Your sense of belonging, your sense of commitment, your sense of duty, isn't it? Right? So it could be, yeah, like one like this about the behavior, about the lack of cleanliness, or about the behavior of the students. Or you have noticed that the canteen person is not maintaining cleanliness and he's not selling fresh food. So you want to complain about that. So you can write an application. Yes, that right. I am the, you can say, the head boy of the school, and I would like to bring to your notice that for the past few days, the canteen supplier is not giving fresh food, and some of the foodstuffs are, you can say, expired date, and it does not maintain proper hygiene and cleanliness in the canteen, right? So it is requested that you kindly look into the matter. Okay, right? So simple. We have to be very humble. We have to be very polite. Okay, because in the formal letter, that is what we are supposed to do. Our tone has to be very humble. Our tone has to be very polite. Okay, any other application? Come on, talk about it now. Yeah, you want to change a section? Yeah, we do that. Your friend has gone to another section and you realize, oh my God, I'm left alone. No, you're not alone. There are 40 more students with you, but you feel, oh my God, my life is so sad if my friend is not there. So an application can be that also, change of section, isn't it? Right? Yes. Or it could be about anything like you borrowed library books. You have an important exam coming up. And yes, the date of submission is over. And as per rules, you will have to pay a fine. And by the time your exam is over, it's going to be a huge fine. So you write an application telling the reason that why you will be submitting your books late, and you're asking permission to return the books late and also be exempted from the fine, because you're preparing for a very important national level exam. It could be NTSC, right? So you're paying for that and you need books for that. Okay. And if you return them, how will you study? Clear? Yes. So any doubts, any questions, any more applications? What? You want to leave the school. Why do you want to leave the school? Okay, because you're a big girl now and you've completed your class 12. That's why. So school leaving certificate. Yes. So, right. So you want to make a request for school leaving certificate. So when is it? Or yes. Bipin Chaudhary is going to keep on wondering where his memory has gone lost. You know, why it is not coming back to him? Because we're not discussing him today. So we have other things to discuss. So school leaving certificate. Why would you need a school leaving certificate? Yeah, your father has a transferable job and he's posted to another state, right? And you want to leave the school. So you'll be writing an application requesting for the school leaving certificate. And in that, you will mention that all my dues are clear, my fee, right? Everything is clear, right? And otherwise, yes, you will not get it unless all the dues are clear. So please remember, little things are going to make a lot of difference. Okay. So yes, so statement of the reason why do you want the school leaving certificate? Your father has been transferred to another state and you'll be accompanying him. And as a result, you want to, you know, like apply for the school leaving certificate. It is also called the SLC, isn't it? Right? And in our days, it was called the TC, transfer certificate. It was there. So now it is more like, yeah, school leaving certificate. Okay. So you want to ask for that. And please mention that, yes, that my dues are all cleared and the fee till the last month or till the last quarter it has been deposited, because these are official matters, you know, which we have to comply with before we get it. Okay. Right. Yeah. So it could be you have not received your mark sheet yet. Your 10th class mark sheet you haven't got. So 10th class board exams are there. So CBSE sends you the mark sheet. So you did not get it, or you misplaced it. You want another one. So you have to write an application for that. There are so many things that can be there in writing the application. So we can spend maybe an entire period discussing, and we've spent, I think, so more than half of it. Okay. Any doubts, any questions, any kind of application you want me to discuss, please let me know. Come on. Before I move on to the next topic, I continue with the next one. Anybody, any doubts, any questions? No? Enough topics we have covered. We'll be able to write? Yes. And please here, you know, whenever we write, as I discussed yesterday, when we write a diary, when I write a notice, when I write an article, it is always that extra little thing, you know. I talk about school leaving certificate. I add about my fee and all my dues, right? I want, you can say permission to keep my books for a longer time. See, yeah, students, listen for the concession letter. I don't know why it is such a big problem. Concession, what does concession mean? Please, yeah, note down. Yes, in what circumstances can you ask? Yeah, your sibling is there. Okay, right? You have a younger brother, sister over there. They are studying, so you want a concession as per the school rules and regulations. One, what other circumstances can you get? You got a scholarship, okay? Or you are the topper, right? Okay, and accordingly, you will be getting the concession. So, right, so scholarship here, topper is there. So what kind of concession you can avail, okay? Right, any doubts now? No doubts? Fine, so good, there shouldn't be any doubt.